Hello, my name is Eva Starr, and I am coming to you from sunny California, San Diego, in my little happy home. I feel like I should call these soul food videos, I don't know, something like, I feel like, like remember when, I don't even know when they used to do this, like when the White House used to have like, fireside chats or something, and they'd sit in a little comfortable, easy chair, and there'd be a fire going, and they used to have these, I don't know, messages to the country or something. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. It's pretty late, Sunday night, and I just finished writing Soul Food, so I kind of want to top it off with a few words from Eva Starr. Tonight's column in Soul Food, we talked about, well, not we, me, but we, you, I, whoever. We talked about signs and how do we recognize the signs? And do we pay attention to the signs? Do we deny the signs? Do we ignore the signs? Are we oblivious to the signs? We could probably all answer yes to all of the above at some point in time in our life. What I want to say to you now, I'm trying to make this brief as Eva Starr can do, because we all know that I can't tell a Reader's Digest version of anything. For the next 7 days, actually I'd like for you to do this the rest of your life, but let's just say for the next 7 days, I want you to pay particular attention to just about everything that's going on in your life. Particularly when your gut, here's my gut, when your gut says, yeah, I don't know, okay, the still small voice inside. When we're talking about signs, and if you click on the little, there's a link at the bottom of Soul Food from something I got on the internet, just a couple of different things that people have to say about signs from God. Really, it's not necessarily like a big, huge sign that we're looking for, like the burning bush with Moses. Although I do have a story from Edwene Gaines. For those of my students who went to see Edwene with me, you'll know what I'm talking about. Before she went to ministerial school, she had asked God for a sign about this church she was supposed to be going to in Tennessee or something. And she said, if you know Edwene, you could appreciate what I'm about to say, because she's very candid and she's got that Alabama drawl. If Moses can get a burning bush, then God, by golly, I want a big sign. God, I want a burning bush. If Moses can get a burning bush, I want a burning bush. So give me a burning bush as a sign. It was a true story. And then Edwene was driving down the road in Alabama or Tennessee, I'm not sure, some southern state. And she comes up to a billboard, and there's a huge sign on the billboard, and it says, next stop, Burning Bush Restaurant. True story. Okay, so now we all can't get as big of a sign as that, or we can. But the point is there's a lot of subtle signs that come to us every day. Those are the things we need to notice. For me, it's goosebumps. When I found this little happy home that I'm living in now, I've been looking at a lot of places, and literally, this was the first one that as soon as I walked into it, I got goosebumps. And the whole time I was talking to the landlord, I got goosebumps the entire time. It was a sign, and I knew it. But see, that's for me. That's what happens. There's tons of incidences in my life where I get goosebumps because something was right. And a lot of things happened over this past weekend, which I don't have time to go into. They were little signs. Some people might say they would be silly, inconsequential, but I know a sign when I see a sign. Well, maybe not if you read my Soul Food. Obviously, sometimes I'm oblivious to the signs, like with my job. Do I have to get hit on the head with a 2x4? Yeah, maybe sometimes I do. Or maybe it's just, the fear in me doesn't want to recognize the sign. Because, taking that leap of faith sometimes is scary for us. I mean, I've done a lot of risky things, as as you all well know. But sometimes, I don't know, we do have to get hit on the head with a 2x4. And the biggest thing, I think, for me, is I should have known, you got to go with your integrity. You got to go with what's true for you. Does it feel right? Does it match your value system? Does it go along with what you believe? And you know if it does, and you know if it doesn't. Look for the signs. They're everywhere. They really are everywhere. Especially if something comes to you 3 times. I repeat, 3 times. If something comes to you 3 times, it definitely is a sign. If something comes to you 3 times and you're not paying attention to it, well then maybe somebody does need to hold up a big sign in front of you and say, here's your sign. I mean, it can't always be, as clear as that. They're subtle. And sometimes they are pretty, I don't want to use the word obnoxious, but pretty in your face. Okay? I mean, they're right there. So, as I said, this week, for the next 7 days, actually I'd like you to do this for the rest of your life. I already said that. Pay attention to the signs. If a book, like what happened to me a couple weeks ago, if a book literally falls off a shelf, that's a sign. Somebody says something to you 3 times, that's a sign. If something is causing you illness, stress, feelings of uncomfortability, those are definitely signs. If you're in a relationship or a job and you notice that it keeps getting, I don't want to use the word worse, but you keep feeling more uncomfortable, more stressed out, sick, ill, okay, those are signs. God does not mean for us to stay in anything that causes us illness, sickness, anything like that. That's not what we're here for. I'm kind of like babbling and rambling on now. Like I said, it is late Sunday night, and I have had a spritzer or 2. Point is, pay attention to the signs. You, my dear readers, you are the best judge of the signs that are meant for you. Remember, nobody else, okay? It's your life. It's your movie. You wrote the script. You're the director, the producer, the choreographer. It's up to you to decide what's right for you, what feels good. So pay attention. Here's your sign. This is Eva Star signing off saying, I love you. Namaste.